Alright, hey guys, I'm back with a tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to feed a cat. Now, there are two different kinds of foods generally. You usually have wet food and dry food. I have this I like the Blue Wilderness brand. It really helps it. I think it's healthier for the cat. My cat, it doesn't have any like reactions really to it. He's a guy cat. It doesn't have a lot of ash in it. It's pretty organic, and we usually buy this by like a few cases, so that way we don't have to buy it every now and then. We only have to buy it every so often. Now, opening these cans can be a little bit tricky. So, you know, sometimes when you open it, if you ever seen The Big Bang Theory, it kind of like stuck in the can and like you had to shake it and it just fell out. I'm going to show you a pretty cool trick. So, what you do is you just kind of like shake it. You kind of hear a little bit of moving around in there. That's fine. When you open a can, this is very important for the benefit of your cat. And if you ever eat canned food, well, I don't really have good fingernails to lift it, but usually the easiest part is to go like right under here in that area. Use that, maybe a card can help, and then just lift it up. I'm not sure if you heard that, but there's a little bit of like air escape. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that. Then you push this in, and then I'm going to need two hands, so I'm going to see what I can do to stabilize this. Maybe, there we go. Put it right there. So you go like this, and you just kind of pull it up. And then I like to take the top off. So just kind of like move it around. The metal won't really splinter out. I'm just going to put it upside down over here, just so that way it doesn't get in the way. I have it already cut up. So now what we did is we shook it. So now it just very little shaking, and it all just kind of falls out. And there's a little bit left. Shouldn't be too bad, you know. Cat eats it all. Now, I'm also going to show you how to do dry food while we're at it. So, normally you have to tear the little thing off, and then you can open this. Now, remember, it's a cat. He doesn't eat a lot, really. I'm giving him a lot of food now. Usually one can is fine for one cat. You don't want him to get too fat or anything, you know, have him run around. And just kind of, it's usually best to do it like this. So, I'm going to lay down the camera again, hopefully you can see. So, you gotta go like this. Separate it, helps you narrow the food, and just shake it a little. It's kind of like pouring Honey Nut Cheerios. It's pretty good, pretty easy. Just use physics to your advantage, and you know, everything should be fine. You always want to reseal the bag. I use my fingers. I like to apply a lot of pressure, go over it 2 or 3 times after I know I've already sealed it, just to be sure. And this amount should be fine for just like a little lunch or something. You might come back later and then just give them like half of that amount. A lot of cats, what they do is they'll eat like the little middle part. They'll eat like 5 or 6 of these, and then they'll be able to see the bottom, and there'll be this outline, and they'll think that it's all gone. Just shake the plate and have them move together, and then give it back to the cat, and then he'll start eating it again, because the dry food doesn't really go bad as quick as the wet food. So, you know, if you ever have wet food, throw it out in the morning if you give it to him at night, just so, you know, it's a good idea.